Hello and welcome to Alchemist Swim. I am Alchemist Jen. Hello, happy day. Happy day to you. Today's whim of the day is to keep working on crochet octopus. So what I have done is I have finished adding on all these awesome suckers, and then they're on every single tentacle, which is amazing. So all this great amazingness, isn't it pretty? So the next thing to do is to attach the blue to the gray. So that's what's up. And then we're going to use a fantastic green to do this. So it's going to create just an interesting color option and some more fun. And fun is always a good idea. So basically it's lining up the two sections and then just doing a stitch just along the edge. So it's a nice flat way to do it. I've toyed with stuffing these, and I think I'm just going to let them be long and fun. And then the inside part here will need to be stuffed. So I'll do that afterwards. And then I might even go ahead and seam up the edges of the tentacles and then leave a couple of them free so that way I can put the eyes in, because I haven't decided what the eyes look what the eyes I want to do yet. So so that's what's up there. I'll just kind of pause after I get it all stitched in and then see how it feels, probably even pre-stuff it, and then if I want to I can easily take out the stuffing and then add the eyes in. So that's kind of my current thought process there. So we're going to line this baby up. Just look how fuzzy it is. So cute. And there's not really any reason to really line it up specifically, but for some reason I feel compelled to take the edges and line them up. Where's that one? It just sounds fun. So the part basically where I've kind of stopped on this end, I thought, well, why not line it up to where I stopped on that end? I don't know, it's not necessary. You can do it anything because the math's been done and it all should line up just nice. Nice and easy. Alright, so I think what I'm going to do is, because I can see where it's lined up here, is probably just start in one of the areas where it kind of folds and curves, because then I know that that's going to be a lineup area and I can easily stitch. So it's just regular crochet, so we're going to take our hook and just do single crochets all the way around. I do want to be mindful of which way is up and which way is down. So I want to focus my stitches through the top here, so that way the top of the stitch ends up being on top of the creature. So that's my thought process there. And here we go, going in. So I have inserted my hook. I will grab some fresh, beautiful green yarn and pull it through. And then I think I'm going to do a silly thing and just do a little just crochet with that and then tighten it all down. I don't know why that feels appropriate in the moment, but that sounds good. And then I will pull that through there. Alrighty, so, and then we'll just kind of line up each individual stitch and do a nice single crochet all the way around. So that's what's up. I'm just going to crochet and talk for a bit because that sounds fun, and I'll show you what my progress looks like. How's that sound? That's what we're doing today. So crochet away. So this will be fun. I've got some ideas on the eyes. I'm kind of feeling like I can probably do a little 3D eye action, so I'll see how it feels when it feels all together and see what the general energy of the creature is. Sometimes they want more uniqueness, sometimes they just want something a little bit more simple. So I just kind of let it tell me what it wants and go from there. So probably as a pattern I would offer some variations of eyes, potentially. I don't know, maybe it would just be separate patterns that way. But I don't know, we're just making it up as we go because it's fun. Fun to make up stuff. Fun to play. So here we go. Got some crochet. And so that's what the bottom looks like and the top. So can't really see with that. My hook in the way. But it's got a nice definition with that color. I like being bold with my colors and not choosing things that feel like they're necessarily super planned out. Like I like the plan obviously, but I want it to feel like maybe it's a bold decision versus a safe decision. So that's what I like when I'm choosing colors for things. I want it to stand out. I want it to get a reaction, you know, hopefully a positive one, make you smile. And that's kind of where I go from it. If it's fun, then it'll make your day. It's something that, you know, kind of can create maybe happiness or a positive response. And sometimes we need that in our days just to help us through it. So, yeah. So why not? Why not create something like that? So there it is. I love it. So good. And then maybe looking at what I want to have as an accessory for this little one. Maybe I want to put a hat on him, give her some glasses. There's so many things to do. Give it a wig, a bow. I don't know. We'll see what it says when it goes when it has all the colors at play. When it has some eyes, we'll see what it needs. I might even do up some eyes and then play with an accessory and see how it feels that way too. So I'm really enjoying this. I like the color. It's bold. Everything else is kind of dark, so having a light amidst that is excellent. So I'm excited about this edition. I think this is the right choice for this little guy or gal, whatever it chooses to be. Yeah. So yay for yarn, yay for crocheting. As I think about how I want to create patterns with this, and maybe kits, you know, how much of each yarn do I end up using, how much do I offer, you know, in a kit, for instance, and then what colors do I want to have. So those are fun things to think about. There's also just something about having a pattern too, and then letting people decide what they want, which is also very awesome. So we're still looking good to line up. I just like to check as we get closer to make sure that it looks like it's the right lineup and length and everything too. You know, make sure I've got the right number of stitches. Maybe I missed one here or there. If you did, that's okay. Because it can be just adjusted you can just skip one and one side and keep going. You know, it's forgivable. So it's a nice medium to be able to do that with. You can easily go in and get a nice little stitch and it's beautiful. So it is good. Yay for fun. I'm going to keep going around the bend. I'll show you a whole one completed. I think that'll give us a really good idea of where it's going, how it's going to feel with this much of this color on there. So very, very fun. Stitching away. So, I mean, even like a orange or something would be intriguing on this as well too, or a yellow or something. A light kind of a salmony orange would be fascinating with these guys. These other colors that are here. Possibilities are endless, which is half the fun in itself, is just having so much flexibility to play with it. Yay for flexibility. That's what I like about something like this too. It can be modified. I mean, the tentacles don't have to be this long. There's so many things that can be done to kind of alter the feel of the creature, the crochet. I mean, some people like to do that kind of thing and then modify things. Some people like to follow it stitch by stitch. So it's just up to the person who's making it, I think. I'm one of those modifiers. If I have a pattern by somebody else, I don't know why, but I feel like I have to play with it. I think, you know, I like enjoy making patterns, but following them, even like recipes for cooking, I find them to be a little difficult. Sometimes I will modify. I just want to play with it, I guess, have something that makes it, I don't know, mine or something. Or if I go, oh, that flavor sounds good, I'm gonna add this other flavor to it. Same thing with the colors for this, or I might, you know, change the number of stitches or how it feels. I'm not afraid to play with it and then see how it comes out. And if I make a mistake, that's okay too. That's part of learning. You know, you say, oh, that didn't work that time, I'm gonna try something else next time, or, you know, just not do it and then just follow what it is or do something else. So it's fun. I like setting that up for exploration, learning. I think growth through that too. Finding out what you like, what you don't like, what you can do, what is a challenge. So yeah, it's all kind of related, I think. Alright, so we are coming around the way, so you can kind of see how long it's going to take to complete the perimeter of this based off of how much I've done for just one. And I'm almost to, I'm past the halfway point, but I still have a ways to go. So, stuck in some stitches there, so that's okay. Just slow it down. I don't like that. I'm going to come back to it. Nice thing about crochet, I find that it's easy to pull out a stitch and then revisit it and then correct it as you go. Sometimes with knitting, I find you might not see it till later, and then it's harder to go back into it. You might have to go down a whole column of knit stitches versus this is a little easier. But again, I mean, sometimes you don't notice crochet issues until you're well along too. And then you have to take out a whole bunch more. So knitting, at least you can get in there that way. So I guess there's some benefits to how that's structured compared to crochet. So here we are. We are on number 4 of 6 of these little suckers. Little suckers. I had to say it that way. I don't know why. It just sounds fun to say it that way. So I'm just making stuff up. Thanks for being here with me while I make stuff up again, because that's an everyday thing, right? Just making stuff up. Yeah. All right. So let me know if you have any ideas. If you want to be brave and comment and be like, you should totally stick a blank on this octopus. You can make a comment, send me a message, let me know what you think. Maybe you have some ideas that would be really cool. I'm very open to that, and I would love to hear what you have to say. So here we go. Alright, we are almost there to that turning point. Got one full tentacle almost done. Maybe tomorrow I can work on the eyes or something. Maybe that's a good thing to do. Alright, time to make sure that the bottom part is lined up. So I'm really just making sure that this part, this flow, is lined up into the next tentacle, because this is my chance to do that. So if it's not quite lined up, let's say I have one extra stitch or something in one of the sides, then I can just kind of leave one side out and then balance it out. So if that makes sense, just kind of make it work. I've come pretty darn close to it. So that's the gist there. Looks like I do have one little thing. That was a little off. So sometimes when I did the blue part, I think I was off on my counting by just a little bit at some point. So I'm really okay with just being flexible and just kind of going with it. So there we are. We've come all the way through and we're going up the next one. So that's what a whole side looks. That's about how long it took me to run through that. So all those great stitches and that great color. So I'm really going to be excited to see how that whole thing lines up. Really quite fun. And thanks for being here with me today. We'll see where the whim takes us tomorrow. Toodaloo.